This is the Reporter's Notebook, hosted by Elaine Shane.
Hello everyone, I'm DTN Senior Ag Meteorologist Bryce Anderson with a look at the spring planting forecast. And for the spring of 2019, the scenario has a key feature for spring in that there is a bitter cold pattern that set in during January and February that's going to be with us for a while, certainly through the first part of spring. Because of that influence, we are likely to see a delay in the start of spring field work for this coming crop year. Now, regarding the Pacific Ocean temperature pattern, indications are pointing to a weak El Niño warmer than normal trend to be with us during most of the growing season this year. El Niño seasons many times have been years when yields were trend line or above trend line, and thus once crops actually get planted, prospects for a large crop do look quite favorable. Now, looking at the temperature forecast month by month and starting in the month of March, our DTN forecast for March shows the influence of the mid to late winter cold with widespread below to much below normal values. The coldest is over the western and northern Midwest and the northern through the central plains. This does imply a slow start to spring field work. The month of April shows a bounce in temperatures with a notable warming trend during mid-spring. And this is certainly more along the line of what growers need to take care of field work. But we know that there will be much to do after the late harvest or the delayed harvest last year and the slow start to the season. So April looks to be a pretty stressful month, crunch time for 2019. By the time May rolls around, however, the pattern looks a little more variable, with a generally cooler trend north and warmer south. This implies variable conditions for planting, and there could certainly be some slower progress in the northern crop areas. Our DTN precipitation forecast for the spring season has some variety. Most areas north and east show a drier trend. West and south have above to even much above normal totals indicated. Now, the message to me is that in the southern and southeastern U.S., wetter conditions may keep the pressure on for planting, since a lot of ground is quite wet already. That is how the spring weather forecast is shaping up for 2019. I hope the planting goes well for you and your operation. I'm Bryce Anderson, and thanks for joining us.
This has been the Reporter's Notebook from the DTN Progressive Farmer Newsroom.